In the previous video, we explained how Project Camp works beyond the projects we normally show on videos. And one of the most interesting topics is how we manage with food. In Season 1, we set up the kitchen in a container. In Season 2, we had some people coming to cook and started to organize our supplies and rethink our way of eating. And now in Season 3, we have 2 cooks on camp and we are working towards a vision of what could be a more sustainable kitchen. Welcome to a new Project Camp update.
Welcome to the Project Camp kitchen. So this year we are a lot of people at the camp, and at the moment we are about 25, which means a lot of stomachs to feed. And we would love to do it in a more sustainable way as possible, but we don't really know what that means. So we started thinking, researching of how to supply the food, how to process the food, and how to cook the food in the most sustainable way. And this year we have 2 people at the kitchen, so it gives a bit the buffer for one to cook and the other one to do the research. And is it by fate? By accident? I don't know, but we have 2 incredible German chefs, which is Timo and Polle. Let me introduce them to you.
Hey, I'm Paula, 29 years old, born and raised in Berlin.
And I'm an absolute food nerd.
Back home, I focused mostly on teaching, working in education and playing football and spikeball. I came here to Project Camp to develop my passion for cooking and also try to make people happy with that. I really like the social aspects about living in a community, but for now, my home base is still in Berlin, and when I come back, I want to positively influence my surroundings and the things I have an impact on.
Hi, I'm Timo. I'm 38 years old. I was born and grew up in Germany, but I have my roots in Turkey as well. I enjoy being in nature, cooking, exploring remote places with my van, and finding out more about myself through meditation and other means. Until last year, I was working as an IT consultant. I joined Project Camp to see what it's like both to work as a chef and live with other people that have an interest in sustainability. While it's still unclear what I'll do next, I can say that I'm very happy being here and exploring my surroundings.
So now that you know our chefs, we can start the journey into finding out how to make a sustainable kitchen.
Hi, good morning. It's 7 in the morning and we are preparing breakfast right now. Come, I show you. For breakfast we normally have some porridge, which Ari is preparing right now. Just a little bit. And here you can see our toppings, a little bit of cacao, cinnamon. Here also you can see our wonderful self-made bread. In the back you also see our coffee, which is not the most sustainable product, but we try our best with the most products we have. But yeah, coffee is still here. So right now I'm preparing some bruschetta for the breakfast because people are going crazy for that. Tomatoes, basil and garlic, and mixed up with some oil and vinegar. Nice basil, and now I'm gonna slap it to release the oils.
Bad basil. Bad. And then you decide to make bruschetta that everyone eats with bread, so now we are completely out of bread.
I just want to make people happy, you know. I don't prepare breakfast every day, I just do it on Thursdays, and everyone has just one day to clean basically and set up breakfast, and then I have to cook every other day nevertheless, but yeah. Here we have our hot water, our soft coffee in the French press, espresso from stove machine, and we have our kettle, which we try to use as often as possible, also for cooking in general, to not use that much gas. Energy-wise, we always have to check in the morning. As you can see, we have 75% of battery, but we also can see that it's gonna be a sunny day. So we can use our toaster instead, because the most people like to toast the bread. And if we don't have the energy capacity for it, we toast it in a pan with gas, but we want to use the toaster more. Pretty okay. The porridge, the toppings for the porridge, a lot of nice fruit we have right now, which is quite nice. More melon, our bread, some hummus, some bruschetta and peanut butter and jam.
Yeah, no, the más gorda.
The bread is already half gone
The fattest.
because people starting to eating it all day long.
No, it's the people eating bread in the morning. I eat the same bread all the time.
Oh, really? Like flip?
You need energy.
Now we're going to actually have a look at the veggies and the suppliers we're getting them from. So let me take you there. We do 2 shopping trips each week with this car, and we still would like to incorporate that in our data. Like we take the consumption of the car and calculate what the CO2 footprint of the car is going these kilometers each week, and we can see how much it is in relation to the food we're getting, and maybe we can change something around, like reduce the number of shopping trips. We're of course trying to get as much food from our neighboring farms and shops in 10 to 15 minutes in each direction, so nothing is too far away. We actually have the power to support some projects here locally with our buying power for veggies and other food items that we can get from the shops. You could say that all the people supporting us financially or just by watching the videos are also supporting these local communities here and shops. All right. So welcome to Nuno's farm. Nuno is one of our main suppliers. He grows veggies in a regenerative way, and this is the land where he's growing them. There he comes. Hi, Nuno.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I was good. So I started farming here 4 years ago, 2019, just 2 years after the big fire that happened in this region, where almost everything was burned. And so I do agroecology. So behind the organic certificator, we also do the system working as a whole. Like every being can come to eat, and then what remains, because the soil produces enough for everyone, what remains for women, we eat and we sell.
Nuno does regenerative farming. That means he doesn't use any chemical fertilizers. He just follows natural processes that build fertile soil.
Nature always tends to regenerate itself. So if you abandon the land, it will regenerate. So we just try to do like these kind of processes. But now we select what we want to let grow. More productivity, more different food in the same space, but more work, always more work.
We've researched so far, it's one of the biggest factors in the CO2 emissions of veggies. And the type of land use, like we have here, has a negative CO2 footprint depending on the crop that is growing. You want one, Fabi?
Okay. Nice strawberry. Wow.
And here we have all together the basil with strawberries that you say are delicious, with onions, with kale, and there were spring onions hidden here in the middle that they don't need to be big, they just need to grow a bit. Well, we have already here some things harvested. Let's save them from the sun. all these your food, and then we go get to some things that are still missing. So if you can do, see, obrigado.
Okay, car is loaded. Thank you, Nuno.
Thank
See you next
Timo.
week. Now we're heading to Tata, a zero-waste bulk shop in a town nearby. We're in the Tata bulk shop and we just did our shopping. We got some big bags of flour, whole grain flour and normal white flour. We have some pasta, soy chunks. We usually bring some of our glasses here. Some blueberries and shiitake mushrooms. Apple vinegar, jams we get from here. We're very happy that this shop exists here and about the two wonderful people who had the idea to found the shop, Tiago and Daniela.
Yeah, we decided to open this zero waste / bulk store because we wanted to really reduce on plastic and also create a more sustainable living and offer that to the people near us. In the main city, there's like 3 or 4 now. Back then there was 0, and Tondela were still the only ones. We open, it's gonna be 2 years in a month or so. We were like, oh my god, maybe this is not gonna work. And fortunately it did. We're still here.
The last stop of our shopping trip is Ecoseva, an organic farm. We source from them as well, getting some veggies that we don't get from Nuno. Maybe 6 or so, I think.
The first thing it's put like that. How you cut the alface and
So after our shopping trip, we head into our storage container we finished in a previous update. Let me show. Here in the first part we have general helps tools. And here in the back we both have on the left the workspace storage, and here's our new food storage. This here enables us to have mainly more space in the kitchen for just working there, to be honest, because it was getting quite tight. But it also enables us to buy bigger quantities and store bigger quantities. We have some legumes, lentils, soybeans, couscous. We got a big barrel of oats and sugar. Flax seeds, sunflower seeds, soya granulate. So at some point in this cacao barrel there were about 25 kilos. Now it's not so much left, as you can see. Some washing powder that we also buy in bulk at Tata. Reusable packaging like these glass jars which were filling up the kitchen before. The soap we're using, or baking soda. As you can see, the storage space gives us a lot of new options to potentially reduce our carbon footprint or maybe cater to more people. If you have any ideas on what we can do with it, please feel free to comment. As for us, it's still very new. We only have it for a couple of weeks. But for now we leave this space and we head to the kitchen to cook the lunch for today. We want to show you around the kitchen a bit. There's a whole video on how this kitchen has been built by one army, and you can check it out in the link below. The first thing you see when you enter the kitchen might be the queue for the washing machine. This one can be a bit noisy sometimes, but it's not the worst thing in camp. Small storage cabinet here. We have some seeds and kernels here, some nuts, a lot of legumes, rice, pasta. This is our big fridge. It has a lot of storage options, which is very nice, but it can get crowded sometimes, like you see. A whole lot of fresh veggies in the drawers. And then usually it's some food left over, fruit, a little wine, some beer, and salad, and the pizza box is down there. Unfortunately, we start getting mold in the fridge, and it gets a bit humid inside. We don't really have a good idea yet on how to tackle that, so maybe if you have something, please comment or let us know some way. Usually we have a drying rack here, and so when stuff is washed up, and there's usually quite the mountain forming during the cooking. Here we have a beautiful oven that's not working as an oven because we don't have three-phase electricity, but we use it for storage of some dry stuff. Onions, potatoes, pumpkins you see down there. Here are our beauties, all the pans and woks, and they're cast iron. We try to take good care of them as well, like after we use them we put some oil in, and we of course never use soap to wash them. We're cooking for almost 25 people right now, and most of it we fit. If shove comes to push, we have the very big wok up here. As we don't have too much time left until lunch, we should get into the cooking. Paula already started.
I think we're good in time, but we should start now. Vegan red Thai curry, which should have some nice heat. Timo has a different style of cooking than me, but I think it fits perfectly.
It's a lot of fun together.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't feel like work much.
That's what you say, at least.
German joke.
Unfortunately, you want to leave me. I'm pretty sad about that.
It's really hard to go, but I also have a lot of nice things to go to, so...
I don't know how the next one will be. A lot of people in the group also leaving, coming, so it's... you have to get used to a bit of change. Hopefully hit it. It's okay for coconut milk, yeah. It's thick. We're kind of making it ourselves with sunflower kernels, coconut oil and water. And it works quite well instead of buying all these coconut milk cans.
this needs to cook like, I would say, 10 minutes.
So now we prepared the food on the counter and it's ready for the people to load their plates. Paulo, do you want to sound the horn for the last meal here?
Yes, please. That means that the meal is ready. So we also hung to the office with our Doki. Yeah, and now at one point people will come here and eat. Should be Thai red curry, but it's brown.
I'm joking, I'm just joking.
I'm late for lunch, but I'm here.
No food for you.
Always.
After the cooking is done, the leftovers go to the fridge and food scraps go into the compost. At the moment, we use it mainly as soil for our kitchen garden. After resting a bit, Paulo will show you around.
So, besides our suppliers we already showed you, we also grow a little bit of things in our little garden. Here we got a little bit of lemongrass for teas and some rosemary, which is a little bit burned, but still working out. And some thyme here, down here, and also some wild mint, which is quite, yeah, there's a lot. We also have some fruit trees. For example, this peach tree was planted in the first season, and as you can see right now, it's full of ripe fruits and ants, but it's really delicious fruit. Our fig tree, which already gives some nice fruit, also them will take some more time to be eatable and ripe. Avocado tree, quite healthy right now, but also it will take some years to get some fruit and some nice avocado out of it. Almond tree, we planted the same as the avocado, it's just too young to give some nuts, but it's still here and healthy. And now I'm showing you our little experimental garden, just for fun. You can see we have some tomatoes here, some basil in between, and also some unexpected but nice guests like this cucumber, courgette, pumpkin family thing, which came from the compost actually. For now it's just a small scale and we're just experimenting and having some fun. But also we're getting supplied by our neighbors a little bit for harvesting or just helping them. Here you can see some nice pictures of the latest potato harvest.
É duro, Fernanda? É duro?
É, não é? A terra do chão é muito dura.
I'm doing very well, I would like to say, but no matter how hard I try, I always break some and miss some. So it's really difficult. Oh.
Yeah. O que é que se passa? Hã?
after helping the neighbors with the potato harvest, we got a gift, which is a big bag of huge, nice potatoes. And today, as we are also heating the oven for baking our bread, we decided to make baked potatoes, basically, with some toppings. And Timo is already preparing that. Onion, tomato salad with sumac here, our self-made pickles right now, and in the back you can see chickpeas boiling. With that we are gonna do hummus and also maybe roast some of the chickpeas also in the oven. They're still hot, just put it in here. Now we're having it quite smooth. The spices will come through later, also with some toppings. Now we are gonna cook the potatoes before putting it into the oven, because we are not really sure how high the temperature is and if it's enough for that huge potatoes to cook. We also don't want to peel them, but cook them as a whole to have better taste and basically better consistency in the middle. And now let's see how the potatoes are doing. They're still quite hard. That was respectable. Air out of it. I continue. Just yes, that's right. Potatoes. A bit of salt. Pour some oil. They are still really hot. So now I'm gonna take that to the Pizza Hut. So as you can see, the bread team is already putting out the bread. The oven is still quite hot. We can actually check it another time. It's really hot. 300 degrees in the back, 250 in the middle, which is perfect. And so we will do with another batch too. Like, it's really hot. It immediately starts to boil and to cook. And now we are going to check if the potatoes are already done. We have the second batch also in. Show it to you. That's basically how it should be, I guess. And it is done. It to the buffet.
It's food time!
Yeah, that's so sweet. I'm just gonna put everything there is.
It's self-made vegan mayo.
What's that? Everything. Lots of vegan mayo. But also lots of potato. I can't do the potato anymore.
So now you've seen what we do on a daily basis in and around the kitchen here at Project Camp. But we're also trying to keep on researching and improve further. Looking a bit more into the data, I can show you some things here. So here you can see our receipt data in detail. Don't worry, I'll try not to bore you with all these numbers. Just to give you an idea, we gathered all the food and corresponding prices, amounts and CO2 equivalents in a time frame of about 11 weeks. In this 11-week time frame, we tracked more than 1.1 tons of food. The colorful pie shows how much variety we have in terms of ingredients we are using. After matching the food we consumed with environmental impact data from 2 studies, we arrived at a total about 2.8 tons of CO2 equivalents we emitted. It was interesting to see that although we only consumed 17 kilograms of coffee, it is by far the biggest slice of the emissions pie at about 17%. We also found out that our trips to the shops and the farms are a considerable part of our emissions at about 7%. With the emissions of all the 1.1 tons of food we got, we could have gotten only 28 kilograms of beef. It has a comparable environmental impact, but it's almost 40 times less in volume. I also doubt we would have been able to keep the group fed with it. Even though there are still limitations of our research and the data we used, it's nice seeing that our projected yearly emissions are almost 3 times less than the average person. But there's always room to improve. So one challenge we're facing right now after having done this research is what do we do with the resource-intensive goods we are consuming. This is mostly coffee and cheese. It's kind of a sensitive topic to many people. If you take away the coffee, for example, in the mornings, not sure if that would work out so well. So for now I leave you. If you like what you saw, you can support us on Patreon, and you could also see the next video without ads about the clearing of the Top Rock area already now. If not, you can subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next update.